cares. These Democrats that y'all continue to vote for, they do not care about your black ass. And they show it over and over and over. And you continue to vote for them because the marketing that they do, they talk about Trump being a great marketer. How is Trump a great marketer? Which I think he is. The Democratic Party and Lyndon B. Johnson is a great marketer. Lyndon B. Johnson said that these social welfare programs, he allegedly said, would have niggas voting Democrat for the next 100 years. That seems to be great marketing. The fact that I could have your vote to the point where if a black person doesn't vote for the Democratic Party, you got Barack Obama jumping out, calling out black men, and you got black people upset. You're not voting Democrat. You're an Uncle Tom. You're all this. And they do not do anything for you. That to me seems to be amazing marketing. So although I think Trump is a marketing genius, damn, the Democratic Party really got y'all hooked. Let's keep going.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits.
No. Hold up, Vons. No.
Oh my God.
Cares. These Democrats that y'all continue to vote for, they do not care about your black ass. And they show it over and over and over. And you continue to vote for them because the marketing that they do, they talk about Trump being a great marketer. How is Trump a great marketer? Which I think he is. The Democratic Party and Lyndon B. Johnson is a great marketer. Lyndon B. Johnson said that these social welfare programs, he allegedly said, would have niggas voting Democrat for the next 100 years. That seems to be great marketing. The fact that I could have your vote to the point where if a black person doesn't vote for the Democratic Party, you got Barack Obama jumping out, calling out black men, and you got black people upset. You're not voting Democrat. You're an Uncle Tom. You're all this. And they do not do anything for you. That to me seems to be amazing marketing. So although I think Trump is a marketing genius, damn, the Democratic Party really got y'all hooked. Let's keep going.
This is a pattern we have seen over and over and over again. Let's go after.
Oh, hold on. And Barack, Vaughn, same thing. Vaughn's Barack. He wrote, I can agree with Obamacare. He never changed the name. What do you agree with Obamacare? I said, what did he do? See, this is the same rhetoric. Yo, Vaughn's just did exact. You remember that interview when they were talking to Kamala Harris and they asked Kamala Harris what specific, matter of fact, there was multiple interviews. There was one, I think, like 4 or 5 years ago when she was running. But then in this recent run when she was running, they asked her specifically. She's campaigning on being black. She got all the sorors and the Divine Nines and the frats supporting her and all this stuff, black organizations, because she's black, right? She's going to be the first black woman president. Okay. They asked her, what are you specifically going to do for black people? And she listed a whole bunch of things. And people, it was like, oh, we're going to create more weed shops and let black people get involved in the weed shops. Like, we're going to do a whole bunch of this. And you thought like, okay, but then you realize, wait, this isn't stuff that's specifically designed for black people. This is just stuff that black people can take advantage of. Just like any other white person or Indian person could take advantage of. When they asked Kamala Harris, matter of fact, let's just look at this is why we have the internet. Hold on, Vons. Vons, you need a check, bro. I need to start giving you a check. I swear to God, I'm so serious. Because, bro, I appreciate you. Kamala Harris, what would you do for black people? We're going to look this up. Because Vons just pulled the Kamala Harris. So let's bring up your girl, because we know you love all black women. Let's bring up your girl and see what she had to say about this. And I'm going to keep your comment on the bottom of the screen. Hold on.
You support reparations for black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up.
Yeah.
That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
Wait, so it's not specifically for black people, but it's just something good for the country that black people can benefit from, like bringing more factory jobs and bringing more jobs, period, rather than relying on China, but forcing a lot of these companies, maybe with tariffs, to have their factories in America so that Americans can, I guess something like that, kind of? Okay.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
First and foremost, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that continues to tap in with us, like and subscribe and join our community. If you haven't already, please make sure that you do. We look forward to engaging in some dope convo with you that can help us all elevate. So like, subscribe, and maybe even share the video if you're feeling real generous. On that note, we'll let you get back to the video. See you soon. Ew.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits.
No! Hold up, Vons. No! Let's get back to Von's comments. Where was Von's comment? Oh, man, did I lose it? So I asked Vons, what specifically did these politicians that you love, all these black women like Kamala Harris that you love, what did they specifically do for black people? You brought up Obamacare. You know what the LGBTQ community, this is why people don't respect. This is why nobody respects niggas. And I'm going to say it just like that. Because you know what other cultures do, other demographics, they say, I need this specifically for my people. I need this Asian crime bill, whatever they had with the Asian crime during 2020. I need this specifically for my people. What do Jewish people? I need this specifically for my people. LGBTQ. I need this specifically for the LGBTQ community. What did I tell y'all that Biden said? My number one agenda was the LGBTQ community. If you don't believe me, look it up. Let's put some bread on it. He said it. But when I asked Vons, what do these politicians do specifically for black people, since Kamala Harris wants to use her specifically being a black person to leverage getting black people's votes, she's talking about doing something that's going to benefit everybody. So if it's going to benefit everybody, why are we specifically focusing on the fact that you're black and using that to get black votes? Because y'all can be manipulated. And y'all have been manipulated for so long, to the point where you'll get more upset at me for saying it than you ever will challenge yourself and really think about it and process it, whether or not it's true. Oh, I liked Obamacare. Is Obamacare specific for black people? Oh, no, black. They just, man, look. Shout out to my man, Kev Samuels. You can't make this shit up. If you know, you know. All right, where were we? Speaking of, I think, oh, yeah. We need to look at this tab real quick. Hold on. Let me get my bearings right. We all over the place today. All right, so let's get back to this, because this lady said something that I thought was pretty interesting. This is the same conversation with Bakari and the gentleman that was calling out only the 4% of people that of illegal or undocumented migrants He wrote, bro, what interview is this, man? I'll send you the link. Actually, I just got rid of it. Wait, hold on. I'll put the link in the chat. I'll put the link in the chat for all those that want to see that interview. I don't know why you would. I don't know how you haven't seen that. How have you not seen that interview? Like, you've never seen that? That's another point that I'm making, bro. How y'all haven't seen that? Like, how haven't you seen that? That was 2020, I think. That was when she was running before. All right, so let me get back to that video that I was talking about. All right.
But this is a pattern we have seen over and over and over again. Let's go after Harvard. Let's go after blue city, blue state, where basically he's saying he doesn't trust the LAPD. Let's be very clear. And I think they did, having been in LA during the 92 riots, they did an excellent job.
I think he doesn't
last
trust
night.
Gavin Newsom, Karen.
Well, you can have that opinion, but
right.
Now I'm going to say my opinion, which is I think it's important to remember part of the reason that we're here, to what Bakari was saying, is because Donald Trump misled the American people. He said during the campaign it was going to be about violent criminals.
No, I disagree with that completely.
Let me finish. We're seeing people come out all.
He did not say that. He may have said they're going to start with violent. He did not say that. As somebody that voted for Trump, somebody that looked at what Trump was saying, he did not say that. And you know what's so funny? All of these non-Trump voters, they seem to always be so clear on the things that Trump voters, people that voted for Trump, voted for him for. That's not what the people that voted for Trump voted for. No, man, actually, it is. Now, we could sit here and say, yo, we don't want like this being like, we want this as least aggressive as possible. But ICE didn't start this riot. Trump didn't start this riot. And if Trump doesn't trust the LAPD, I don't think that most of Americans trust the LAPD or the LA Mayor Karen Bass, especially when you look at the stuff that happened with the fires. I don't think most people trust Gavin Newsom. Matter of fact, Gavin Newsom may be like the prime example of the used car salesman who's just the slickster that says that you don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. Matter of fact, it's to the point with Gavin Newsom that it's so obvious you almost don't even get offended by it. It's just, oh, that's just Gavin. It's just Gavin. That's what. Oh, man, let's move on. Let's move on. Damn, so I'm all out of order. Let me look at, it's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.